Okay, we have the existence of political parties. It allows individuals options to choose a variety of political viewpoints to be expressed. Freedom of thought and expression are also part of democratic societies. So we need to start asking ourselves how central, in our view, are these things towards providing legitimacy for governance? Legitimacy, this word we keep coming back to. What is the basis? What is the bedrock of um, a government in the popular view? How does this government have this authority? Because authority can be revoked at any time. It's ultimately the people's consent which goes into authority. So how essential are these things towards providing legitimacy for governance? And how practically possible are these things to upkeep and maintain? What sorts of difficulties might we encounter? These are all critical questions towards writing this essay. So democracy historically has been bitterly contended for and against. Ancient citizen republics thousands of years ago were greatly democratic, but then they inevitably collapsed in the fall of antiquity and the classical civilization. And in the early modern era, thousands of years later, we moved towards absolute kingship for centuries, despotic rulers, so kings that wielded unlimited individual authority, could do what they want. This was particularly the case in the Renaissance in Italy, rulers of city-states, and this gave rise to the Tudor dynasty, monarchs wielding particularly unlimited powers, very, very much non-democratic. There were some democratic experiments, the English Revolution in the 1640s, which didn't end particularly well. So democracy was therefore a very fought out process, the gaining of democracy. And thus, history was not some grand progression towards greater forms of democracy. In fact, democracy has often proved itself as unable to stand the test of time. We therefore can't take it for granted. It's a very vulnerable system. It may morph into something else in the future. Um, so the history is rich of examples, therefore, as to where winning a free and fair election does not mean that a mandate for the best form of government and or governance is conferred. And it tells us that actually, even if it does, that this may not be a permanent fix.